This screencast is going to show you how to access the homework in your ebook through MyMathLab. So whenever you need to do homework, you want to click right here on the My Lab and Mastering button. And the first time that you do that, you will need to create a login, and it's going to ask you, do you want to continue with a temporary code, which is kind of a grace period for 14 days, where you can use it for free before you buy the actual code, or are you ready to put in your permanent code, or are you ready to transition from temporary to permanent code? So you can do all that right here. When I click this button, I won't get those options because I'm already have access to it. So I'm going to open this, and it's going to show me the course that I've created for you guys. I'm going to go first to show you how you can access the textbook. You can go to chapter contents, and depending on what chapter you want to read about, let's say I want to read about chapter 2, and I will click here, and then I get this e-text. It's going to take me to section 2.2. But this is also just a way to get into the text, and so when this comes up, when the textbook comes up, I want to show you what will be helpful for you guys, because my test reviews that I give you are really helpful so that you'll do well on the test. And so what you need to do is they're all from the textbook, and it's just a list of problems that I ask you to do by hand, because the tests that you will take from me and the quizzes, for the most part, are you write out the answers. So if I say, okay, do problems on page 217, 3 through 7. So this is how you can just jump over to that page, and it'll put it there, and then you would do whatever problems I had on this page. This is how you can get to your book, and so you're gonna want to know how to do that. Also, let me go back here to the main menu. The assignments that I've created, each of these assignments specific, and so these assignments are in sync with the schedule that I gave you. I put all this together, and so the due dates for this are going to be right here, and they will be linked with what I have in the due dates are right here on the left, I'm sorry, and they are linked with what I have put in the schedule. So they should all line up and be agreeing. If something's not agreeing, just bring that to my attention through an email, and I will check it out to see what might be amiss. So let's just go into a homework, and let me show you here. Just start. Let me do number 1. And let me show you, if you've never used this system before, it's a nice system. It's pretty easy to work with. This says, determine the largest open intervals of domain over which the function is continuous. Select the correct answer below, and if necessary, fill in the answer box with your choice. A, the function is not continuous over all real numbers, and the largest open intervals of the domain over which the function is continuous are this. And so we're supposed to put in the domain here. Okay. So I did this problem a minute ago, and it didn't like my answer, so I'm not quite sure why. So let me just make this bigger. If you want to see it bigger, you can increase it. So it looks like the domain is from -infinity to x is 2, and then you skip over 2, and from 2 to infinity. So I'm going to click in the box, and I'm going to say -infinity to the number to 2. And then that I need to continue it, so I need more options, and I'm going to say union it with, and I'm going to use my keyboard here, to infinity. All right. That is what I believe the answer is. That's the domain. The function is continuous everywhere. No, it's not continuous at 2. The function is not continuous anywhere. No, it's continuous. All right, I think that is the largest open interval over which it's continuous. -infinity to 2 and 2 to infinity. I'm going to check my answer, and it says that it's not right, so I don't understand why that's not right, and I'm being completely honest here. So let me view an example and see what it is they want. So when I look at this, it looks like it's not continuous at -8. All right, so let's continue, and it says The pencil would have to be lifted at x is -8. Okay, I agree. Okay. It can't be included in the domain. Oh, I see. It was a syntax error. They want not a union symbol, which is really the correct way to write it, but a comma symbol. Okay, so my error was simply that I shouldn't have put a union. I should have put a comma. So let me try to check my answer again. Then it liked it. Okay, so sometimes you'll come across an issue like that. Then you can go to the next question. Question help. Help me solve this. It's going to help you solve that exact answer. I didn't want to click that one because if you click that one, then you don't get credit for the one that you just did. They'll give you a brand new one. So sometimes there's multi-layers to these. And so if you have to do parts A through E and you've already figured out part A through C and you click help me solve this, you don't get credit for what you've already gotten right. That's why I like to do view an example better. If you want to see a short video on this material, then they'll show you, they've created a video for you. If you want to read about in the textbook, if you click this, it will go straight to the text. If you want to print this, you can print this. If you click this, this is a good button. If you're doing a homework problem and you're like, you cannot figure it out and you need some help, you can say, help me please. And so you can send this, and it's going, when you click this button, it sends an email to me, and I see my student who had a question about this, and they need some help with this, and I will send you some help. I welcome you guys to use that when you have some trouble. The last thing is Skill Builder. So let's just say that maybe you have a hole in your math background. We all have some places where we don't understand something as well as we should. So maybe it's something like fractions, or maybe it's something like domain, or maybe it's something like whatever. So if you're coming across a problem, you're like, hey, I've got some trouble here. This will just sit you through a few problems to help you practice domain and range, okay? The great thing about this is you're not stuck in here. At any moment, you can return to the homework. If you've ever had a system, there's one I don't care for that much called Alex, which if you don't get something right, it says, oh, you need more help here, and pretty soon you have a mountain of problems that you just can't get past many times. This is the option to slip in and out of a review session and straight back to the homework after you've practiced a little bit. So I really like the Skill Builder. Okay, so you can save this. This is how you do your homework. So I got that one right. There's some more problems to do. Your grades will be, I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to go back to the modules. Your grades will be always in Canvas. So the MyMathLab homework that you see will translate, it's linked, it will translate straight to your Canvas. And so you're going to see these are worksheets. Out of 10 are worksheets. And over here, over here, there's like all kinds of, your homeworks are going to be over here. These are homework from MyMathLab that will be coming in there. So this is how you can access your homework, and also how you can get help for your homework, and also how you can get to your textbook. All right.